We keep hoping for that tip that will get us to where we can find Adam's remains and we can get justice.
The Butler County Sheriff vowing to close a cold case of a boy missing for more than 20 years. That story has gained attention from across the country. Adam Herrman was 11 years old when he was last seen back in 1999, but investigators never learned of his disappearance until almost 10 years later. I've traveled across the country speaking to Adam's family and the sheriff, who believe the boy died at the hands of his adoptive parents.
It's totally got me jaded. I feel like the system failed my whole family. Used to be a really trusting individual, and now I'm very sketchy.
To this day, Tiffany Broadfoot is still baffled by how the story unfolded. It was 2008 when she learned her younger brother had disappeared. The problem? He was last seen nearly 10 years before. Adam Herrman, born Irvin Greninger III, was adopted at a young age. According to police reports, he and his siblings were taken from an abusive home, only to face more alleged abuse.
Something's not right here. But it was kind of a hidden secret, I guess, of that family. And it went on for years until I believe he finally died or was starved to death or was killed.
Sheriff Kelly Herzit says the case is challenging, including a lack of answers from Doug and Valerie Herrman. They were never charged for abuse or in Adam's disappearance, but they were found guilty of felony theft. They collected at least $15,000 in state assistance checks that were meant for Adam, money they collected after he vanished. The parents moved away from Derby to a mobile home park in Towanda. They supposedly removed Adam from public school, and the state confirms Valerie registered to do homeschooling. By the next spring, the Herrmans claim 11-year-old Adam ran away from home. They said he ran often and never reported it to police in fear that they'd lose their kids. At the same time, they told their children Adam was taken by the state.
It really blows my mind how does that even happen? How does somebody go missing for that many years? Unless the person is just a really, really good liar.
I just keep hanging on to the hope that he is alive and well out there.
Years ago, we spoke to the Herrmans' daughter, Crystal, who told us she was trying to organize a family reunion. She contacted SRS, and they told her Adam was still with her parents. She knew that was not true, and that prompted the missing persons case. An investigation started not long after, with detectives coming out here to this property to search inside of that home, looking at computers, pictures, anything they could to find little Adam. As they searched that property in Kansas, nearly 600 miles away over here in Indiana, is where Adam's biological dad lives, and he gets a phone call. He hears from police, and then he realizes the heart-wrenching news that his son is missing, or maybe worse.
It's the not knowing that kills you. I mean, I have my beliefs of what happened.
Irvin Greninger wants to one day find out what happened to his kid. He fought for custody since Adam was a toddler, but once he was in foster care, there was no hope. He wants his boy to be with family in Indiana, where Irvin says he should have been from the start.
If all we find is a sack of bones, I want to bring him here and bury him here. It's murder, waking up every morning, seeing his picture beside my bed. The last picture I ever had of him. So I'd love to know what happened.
And here's a look at Adam around age 11. He has several scars on his stomach and a half-inch birthmark on his lower back. Advocates with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they created this composite of what he may look like now at 32 years old. That's the picture on the right. Now, Adam's adopted dad, Doug, he passed away a few years ago. Now, I've reached out to the family, Valerie Herrman, and other members of the family, as well as the family's attorney and the Butler County District Attorney. They have not responded back for comment, but you can see a more detailed look at Adam's case file at our story on cake.com/missing.